hantavirus last week, Ebola virus this week. What in the world is going on? Well, let's talk about it. My name's Dr. Tom Brophy, aka Dr. Prepper, and I am an emergency medicine physician, a frontline worker, and I also take medical preparedness seriously. So it makes sense that I'm watching both of these scenarios unfold with a close eye. I want to tell you a few things that you should know about these viral illnesses, and then we can talk about a few things that you and your loved ones can do to help keep you guys safe as things unfold. Let's start with hantavirus. Traditionally, humans could only get hantavirus by direct exposure to rat secretions. What's interesting is this Andes strain of the virus, named so because of its prevalence in the Andes Mountains regions of both Chile and Argentina, has the capability to jump from human to human. This, of course, is very concerning. Hantavirus is also quite deadly and kills 35 to 40% of people that it infects, and it does so by attacking the capillary beds in our lungs. This causes fluid leakage, which essentially leads to somebody drowning in their own secretions. Sounds like a pretty horrible way to die, right? It can have up to an 8-week incubation period, meaning that from the time you're exposed to the virus to the time that you develop clinical symptoms, there can be 2 months in between those times. Moving on to Ebola virus, it actually gets worse. Ebola kills 50% of the people that it infects, and it does so in a terrible way. It attacks your coagulation pathway, which basically causes you to bleed out of every pore and orifice. Imagine somebody bleeding out of their eyes, their ears, their nose, their mouth, their GI tract. It sounds like something out of a horror movie because it basically is. Movies like Outbreak were based on viruses such as Ebola. Both of these viruses are spread from human to human through body secretions, and that includes respiratory droplets, sweat, urine, feces, and any other secretion. We also do not have any current medical treatments or vaccinations available to help protect humans. Now, as terrifying as all of that sounds, that's actually not the thing that keeps me up at night. What does is the fact that both hantavirus and Ebola virus are RNA viruses compared to DNA viruses. This matters because RNA viruses are a lot more likely to have random mutations. Every one of those mutations could potentially confer a new ability for that virus. It might make the transmission of infection easier. It could affect severity of illness. It could affect the incubation period or any of the other characteristics of this virus, which is then going to directly impact how it affects us as humans. So moving forward, what can you and your loved ones do? Well, number one, contact precautions are going to be a major part of risk mitigation. This is where we're talking about things like an N95 mask, nitrile gloves, a gown, face shield, goggles, the whole gamut. Imagine the situation where your child comes home with this illness. You are certainly going to want to be there at the bedside, tending to them and caring for them while also protecting yourself. Make sure that you have enough PPE for everybody in your household, and make sure that you are all educated on how to put on and